In the next chapter of this two-part series, our Wisconsin State Capitol Bureau Chief Vanessa Kelson investigates the wider divide within the Wisconsin Republican Party.
After a lawsuit, $1,600 spent on security, and an attempt to adjourn the caucus entirely, Ken Sikora won the chair for the 8th District's Executive GOP Committee.
I think we're representing the grassroots of the state party and the grassroots around the country, and we're putting up a fight that they haven't seen in a while.
Replacing incumbent Stephanie Socek and signaling a new era of leadership in the Republican Party.
I thought we're on the same team. I thought we wanted the same things.
These three county party chairs describing themselves as grassroots activists rallying against the establishment.
We cannot accept state party leadership that continues to lose.
And speaking out against the chair of the Republican Party of Wisconsin, Brian Schimming.
At this point, they've embarrassed us. They've embarrassed the state of Wisconsin. Quite honestly, I think they've embarrassed Trump.
You described Brian Schimming as a, quote, blowhard and an incompetent moron who should resign immediately. Do you stand by that?
Yeah,
That's pretty tough, Ken.
Yeah, I know. I've been learned that I didn't grow up in Wisconsin. Wisconsin's very nice, right? And I love that about it, but it's also why we have political issues right now, because we've been too nice. We have to play hardball at sometimes. And I don't back down from those statements. He is a blowhard.
In a statement, Chairman Schimming responds, quote, inflammatory and divisive language isn't going to help elect Republicans. Our grassroots activists want leaders to respect the organization, follow the rules, and work tirelessly to further the conservative movement. The riff isn't new, Joel Bartle leaving these voicemails for a Republican last summer.
Yeah, Joel Bartle, Chairman, Wilpac County Republican Party.
I know you're trying to it's like always.
I need a call immediately.
You chicken or what? Call me.
When asked about the voicemails, Bartle told me, quote, I never said that. I don't remember saying that. I don't recall that.
If I'm being totally honest, I feel like they hate the party. I feel like they want to tear it down and tear other people down.
Socek supported President Donald Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024.
I think they try to take President Trump and say, look, he's being like, you know, flipping everything over. It's a little chaotic because you're trying to dig in deep, you know, the deep state, you know, and they try to apply that to everything.
I mean, that was sort of Trump's, you know, thing that I'm an outsider, I'm not an insider, I'm not part of the swamp. But they have taken that to extreme. So people who have experience and who are on their team and have really the same agenda, they don't want them.
Recent losses for the party, including Liberal Susan Crawford defeating conservative candidate Brad Schimmel by 10 points for the Wisconsin Supreme Court, and Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin's defeat of Republican Senate candidate Eric Hovde, are often at the center of the divide.
Instead of trying to kill our own, we could have won those races.
But Sikora and Bartle say the statewide party is in part to blame.
I don't know if you've shaken Brian Schimming's hand, but he's not a guy that shovels too much stuff. At some point, we have to look and say, are we really represented by Wisconsinites, or are we represented by a few small group of people that control most of our elections down south?
There was an email that you sent out where you said, quote, as far as I'm concerned, you can take all the rules and throw them out the window, and yes, myself and other chairs are going to break the rules. We really don't care anymore.
Okay, I mean, we're not puppets. I mean, obviously we fight against establishment all the time. So there's three constitutions in the state party system. You have the state of Wisconsin, you have the district, and you have the counties. They can be changed at any time. All we have to do is hold a meeting, and if I get a quorum, we change the rules. That's not a real constitution. That's a suggestion. It's no different than if you had a girls' club.
If you want to be a third party, like, get involved in a third party organization. Don't do that through the party and go against the, you know, the Constitution, the rules we have laid out.
Both sides worried for the future of the party.
Ronald Reagan used to say that if somebody was supported you on, say, 80% of the issues, he was 80% your friend, not 20% your enemy. Ken Sikora has flipped this completely upside down. If you start throwing out everybody who doesn't agree with Ken Sikora on every single issue, we're never going to win any race in this state ever again.
We're in Green Bay. This is home of the Green Bay Packers. If you don't win as a Green Bay Packers coach, you get fired. So as Republicans, if we continue to hold on to failed leaders, we're going to lose our fan base. Our fan base is voters. We can't afford to lose our fan base.
Now the Republican State Convention is around the corner in May.
I think our party leadership should resign. We should hold an election at the convention and elect new officers. And we expect some kind of battle there. We're prepared for it, and we'll fight harder.
The party born in Wisconsin, divided.
If Sikora or Bartle were in an armed force situation with me, I'd be checking my back more than my front. We're on the same team. Somebody needs to tell them that.
In Green Bay, Vanessa Kelson.
To see the first part of this series, Chaos at the Caucus, you can head to our website, WMTV15news.com, where we have the link.